Hello everybody, this video explains how I edit the videos from Insta360 X5 camera in Adobe Premiere, and we'll look at two types of videos. First is the exporting as a 360 degree video for uploading to YouTube, and then we export into a vertical video format that can be used on social media platforms like Instagram. Here are the videos that I recorded yesterday. This is from the Singapore Frontrunners. We ran at Sentosa yesterday morning, and here are the videos that were recorded into the Insta360 X5 camera. So the Insta360 X5 camera records videos in 360 degree format. It's like a wraparound kind of video format. These are the files that I copied over from the camera, the micro SD card. We see that there are two types of files. There's a LRV and a VID. Notice that the VID files are a lot bigger, 1.9 gig compared to 100 meg for the LRV files. That's because for the same video, this VID file contains the actual 360 degree video content. That's why it's so huge. LRV stands for low res video. Think of it as a low resolution version. It's a proxy. It's a smaller video thumbnail of the big version, so that for some editing applications, it loads faster than rendering the huge 1.5 gig video. And this videos can be quite huge. So for the morning, they recorded from 7:18 a.m. From 9. Okay, let's just sort this out. Yeah. So I started recording at 7:15 a.m. Down to 10 a.m. You can see the timestamp here, date time. So this, we're looking at quite a huge file. If we go back up here, you can see that the video folder is 50 gigs. So that's a huge video file here. So if you want to do some serious editing with Adobe Premiere, make sure we've got plenty of space. Now, there are three ways of editing videos for Insta360. Let me cover the three methods quickly. The first thing that we can do is to edit using the Insta360 mobile app. So the Insta360 mobile app is available for Android and for iOS. Just install it on your phone or tablet and you can edit it. But the quality won't be great because the resources on a mobile phone or tablet are quite limited. So to do better, we can go onto a desktop. On desktop, we have two options. We have the Insta360 desktop app. This app works a lot better than the mobile app. It's got more features. Again, you might find this to be quite limiting. For professional use, we recommend using Adobe Premiere. Of course, this means that the cost will go up because Adobe Premiere is not cheap. The desktop app for Insta360 is free. And we're looking at least a pretty powerful computer to do serious editing on Adobe Premiere. Right, so here are the three options. I'll start off by doing a quick run through of the desktop app. I won't spend too much on it, but I will do most of my video today on Adobe Premiere. How we use Adobe Premiere to edit 360 degree videos from the Insta360 X5 camera and export it in 360 degree mode, and also export it as a vertical format for social media. We begin with a quick run through of the Insta360 desktop app. Let's launch it now. I have it here on my desktop. Just download it for free, install it, and it will edit videos. Right. The first thing we do is that we need to import the video clips. So let's open a file. I have it here in my Sentosa Run folder. We will import the VID files, not the LRE files. We have a lot of files here, but I'll just pick the first couple of files, first 4 files here. Open. These are 360-degree files that have been imported into the Insta360 Studio. This is the desktop app for Insta360. Now we create a project. Now to create a project, we have a few options. We could create a vertical video, 16:9, or we could create a 360-degree panorama video. This is what you would use to upload it into YouTube for the 360-degree viewing experience. But for sharing on social media, we'll use the 9:16. So this is a 9:16 ratio, meaning that it's a vertical format video that's good for posting on Instagram and other social networks. Let's just confirm. To edit this video, just select the clips and drag it into the timeline here. As we scrub through the video, we can see that it's working. Yes. Now, the angles are not fixed. Remember that this is a 360-degree camera, so we are able to adjust the angle after recording. So for example, if we go to this spot here, I could use my cursor to drag and select which angle I want, right? So it's a 360-degree camera. And this angle doesn't have to be static. There are options here that you can use keyframe transition to move it more slowly, to move it across these angles. But we can see that the angles here are quite limited. We'll see a lot more options in Adobe Premiere. So once you selected the angle that you want, just click apply, and it applies to the whole video. And the whole video will be in that format. To export this video for publishing onto social networks, just export. And resolution will be, if you want the highest resolution, let's keep it at 4K. 4K means that we're hitting a resolution of 3840 pixels vertically, 2160 horizontally. Maybe change the bitrate to a bit higher. 100 megabits per second is probably recommended. H.265 high is okay. And just export. And this will give us a file that we can, MP4 file, that we can upload into social media. Doing a project in 360-degree mode is quite similar. Just create a project. Make sure that we select a panorama 360-degree mode. Drag the files into a timeline. Yeah. So now you can see that this is like the squashed up version of the video, and it's 360-degree. We call this the equi-rectangular projection. It's like a world map, but like a world map, it's also heavily distorted. You notice in the world map that the North Pole and the South Pole, Antarctica, they look quite huge on the map, even though they're not that huge. Same thing here. So we see that the upper parts of the video and lower parts of the video are severely distorted. Upper parts of the video look very much stretched, lower parts same. And to export this, just click export. Use the recommended resolution. So notice that the resolution is now 7680. That's because we recorded the video in 8K resolution, right? 7680 means that it's close to 8000 pixels, so that's actually 8K resolution. Choose a high bit rate and export it. Once you export this, you'll be able to upload this video into YouTube. YouTube will automatically detect the format of the video. It will detect the metadata in the video that says this is a 360-degree video, and it will show the 360-degree viewing experience, meaning you can pan and scroll up and down, left and right. Right. That was a very quick run through of the Insta360 desktop app, also known as Insta360 Studio. As you can see, the options are there. It's free. It's a low-cost option, although you do need this space to edit quickly. I don't edit the files directly from the SD card. I copy it to my internal hard disk, which is a SSD, so it's a lot faster. And you need a lot of this space. Compared to the mobile app, it's got a lot more features, but then it starts to get more expensive because you need a more powerful computer with lots of RAM and lots of hard disk space to do that. So for info, I'm connected to a SSD that has got lots of RAM and lots of disk space. How much RAM do I have in my system? I've got 32 gigs, so that's really enough to do a lot of powerful work editing on my computer. Things will appear a bit faster on this computer, but on your computer it may be slower if you have less RAM. Now let's moving on to the main topic, Adobe Premiere. How do we edit this video in Adobe Premiere? We do it in two parts. The first part is that we export it as a 360-degree video. This is for uploading to YouTube for archival purposes. As we do all these runs with the Singapore Frontrunner, it's good to capture all these runs that we've done. Who were the people who were there? What were the runs like? So this is a good way to do archival of our activities. You can see what happened during the event, and you can see who was there. This is a great way to archive videos. And as you know, our scenery in Singapore keeps changing. Everybody who has Insta360 camera, please go out and record more of this and archive it, because in 1 year's time, everything will change. Then, of course, we have our social media. We will create a vertical format, a 9:16 video that we will upload to social networks like Instagram, so that we can tell others about our activities in Singapore. Right, let's begin with the 360-degree video. Let's go ahead and launch Adobe Premiere, which is here. So you see in a while that the interface can be quite overwhelming, but let me just walk through it, what I'm doing here. Let's create a new project. I'm going to create it in the same folder as my video files, Sentosa Run. Normally I'll just create a new folder. I'll just call it Premiere. And the project name, I'll call it Premiere. So if you're keen to find out how I edited these videos and you're looking for the Premiere file, I will link these videos, link the Premiere file in the description of my videos. So in YouTube, you'll see a video called Sentosa Run. And in there, in the description, there'll be a link to Google Drive. Inside that Google Drive, we'll have a Premiere folder, and that's where you'll find my Premiere project. So it's for your own reference, so you can see how I did some of these editing tricks. Now, this workspace I've selected is for vertical videos. We're going to begin with the 360-degree videos, right? Not vertical yet. So let's change workspace. The way to change the workspace is here. Right now it's selected as vertical. For editing 360-degree videos, I'll go into Effects, which gives a horizontal preview. It's easier to see. Just like Insta360 Studio, we import our files, our video files. So this is in the Sentosa Run folder. Remember that LRV is a low-res preview, so we don't need that. What we need are the actual video files, the huge video files here. Let's go in there and import all of them. Now, before I create the video, I'll do a quick check to make sure that the media duration looks okay. Maybe sometimes I triggered the record button too quickly, and it will just record a short clip of video that shouldn't be preserved, that shouldn't be kept in the output. That's why I'm just going to make sure that everything is okay. If I see anything that's less than 10 seconds, it's probably wrong. But you can see that some of the clips are quite long. We have clips up to 4 minutes, and probably longer clips than that. Yeah. So the clips look okay. Once that's okay, I will edit them to the timeline. How we do that in Premiere is that we create a new sequence. Make sure that everything is selected by name. Remember that the timestamp is there. So the first file will be the earliest video. The last file will be the last video that we recorded. We do a shift click to select everything. Then right click, new sequence from clip. And this will create our sequence. This is going to be a long 360-degree video, so I'll just call it long. And over here we see our timeline. Let me just squeeze this over. Oops. Let me squeeze this over to make more space. Expand it a bit. Double click. We can expand some more. Right. Our timeline looks quite compressed. Let's give it more room by dragging here. Now, for editing 360-degree videos, normally I don't do any processing. We want to preserve it in its original format. Why are we doing this in 360-degree format? Is that someday this thing will be quite useful for virtual reality glasses. The day will come when we have all wearing virtual reality glasses, and we'll be able to use this video to walk through what happened at the event. There is a lag right now because Premiere is trying to catch up and render the previews. By right, this thing should be updated. Yeah, so it's updating slowly. Yeah, so I have a fast computer, yet it's still running slow. So imagine that, we need a pretty powerful computer to run this. And we see the scenery in Sentosa. Let's move down a bit further. We see the beach, and we see other clips of the running. So as I mentioned, that this is what we call a rectangular projection. It squashes things such that the things at the top, the sky, and the bottom of the ground, kind of stretched up horizontally. Things in the middle squeezed, and this looks a bit like a world map, where the North Pole and the South Pole are stretched up. If we scroll it further, we're just going to make sure that everything looks okay and nothing seems to be wrong. The idea is that once we export this to 360-degree mode and we upload it to YouTube, somebody will be able to watch this and relive the actual environment of Sentosa. So this is a perfect way to do archival of our places in Singapore. Okay, everything seems to be all right. This is after the run. After the run, we walked through Resorts World Sentosa and back to Harbourfront. And we finish up with a clip of Harbourfront City, which is good because Harbourfront City, the Harbourfront Centre, the whole shopping mall is going to be demolished in 2 weeks. And we have a 360-degree video capture of it before it gets demolished forever. Everything looks alright. We will just export it into a 360-degree file that we can upload to YouTube. To do that, let me just save it first. I'll be using this tool called Adobe Media Encoder. It's a lot more reliable, and it can run a lot of jobs sequentially, one after another, for exporting of video files. You could export it directly from Premiere, but using Windows Media Encoder, it's just a lot easier to manage, and we can see what's going on with our exporting process. it looks like this. Right now, there's nothing going on. So let's put our job into the Windows Media Encoder. Go into File, Export, Send to Adobe Media Encoder. Now, just for your info, let's do a quick check on our sequence properties. We want to make sure that everything is okay before we export. So we go into sequence settings. So what's important is that the frame size, so it's 29.97 frames per second. If we record at 30 frames per second, this is what is actually stored as 29.97 frames per second. We are recording at 8K resolution. So meaning that the frame size is almost 8,000 horizontally. What's important is the VR part. So we need to make sure that projection is equi-rectangular, layout is monoscopic, horizontal capture view is 360 degrees, meaning that the whole width of the video represents 360 degrees horizontally. The vertical is 180 degrees. Right, so we are capturing 160 degrees of the vertical video. When we export it to Windows Media Encoder, let's click on it to see it. We will see this too. We click on this here. So just to check, the entire video is 33 minutes long. So I don't normally try to edit my 360 degree videos because you want to live through the whole experience of walking through Sentosa. And if it might take a few minutes to walk through every single segment, and that's okay because we don't want people to be too disoriented as they watch this video and they relive the whole experience. But 33 minutes looks right. Normally I'll keep each clip to be at least 1 minute so that the transitions are not too jarring. What's important are the VR settings. If you go all the way down, make sure that you see this. Video is VR, monoscopic, horizontal 360 degree, vertical 360 degree. And we're set. Normally I'll click this, the start button, and it will start exporting the video into this file called long.mp4. And you can see that it's quite slow. It will take 1.5 hours to record this, to export this. Once the file is exported, we will upload the long.mp4 into YouTube. YouTube will detect that this is a 360 degree file because we have the metadata inside, and it will allow you to do 360 degree view of the video. Oh, okay, so now it's bumped up to 2 hours. Imagine that this is just a raw video without any effects, any transitions, and it's taking a while. Right, we'll let this run for now, and we'll come back later. All right, Windows Media Encoder is still running. It's still 2.5 hours of exporting. Notice that our CPU utilization is 100%. So it's doing a lot, right? Yeah, which means that we do need a powerful computer to do fancy editing, professional level editing of 360 degree videos. Now we'll just let it run for a while, and this concludes the first part of the video. Today we talked about editing Insta360 videos. We have 3 ways of doing it. We can do it through the Insta360 mobile app. Just install it on your iPhone or Android phone. It will export the video in the format that you want. But the options are severely limited. There are a lot of things that we can't do in there. Then also we look at the Insta360 desktop app, which is also known as the Insta360 video. Remember this? The options are a lot limiting, but we can do pretty interesting projects with this. Simple editing and all that. But for professional level editing, today we're looking at Adobe Premiere. When we export into social media, we need every second to be meaningful. Every second counts in our video. To go into that kind of every second precise editing, we use professional tools like Adobe Premiere. In the first part of this video, we look at exporting a 360-degree video from Adobe Premiere that we can upload to YouTube, which is great for archival purposes, so that people in the future, they can wear their virtual reality glasses and they can walk through all these scenes. In the next part of the video, we'll look at exporting it for vertical format, 9:16 video, which will be a lot more work because converting a 360-degree video into vertical video is actually quite hard. So please go on and watch the second part of this video. I will link in the video description, part 2 of this video. Please go there and check it out now. Thank you.